or they call IDLE. So, but we are going to be using a very simple text editor to show you, to illustrate what I mean when I come to coding. It's called bracket, but though I use bracket and VS Code, but I really prefer VS Code, but because in this my particular computer I have bracket installed on it already, so I'll be using bracket to illustrate what I mean. So let me just illustrate what I mean to you. So you see this, you can just read code, but with this today we are going to be using WordPress, a very powerful CMS platform. I will show you how to be able to get started with WordPress, because you can build. There are so lot of people bringing a lot of questions to me and asking, how can I develop start a blog on WordPress, how can I get to some people, and two, I want to just really correct this misconception, because some people believe that someone has even told me before now, said I'm working on WordPress, but when I got to understand and I discovered what, yes, though is working on WordPress, but there are two types of WordPress here. So you must not let this confuse you, because we have the WordPress www.org and www.com. The one for www.org is like a self-hosted website. You just go there, they have the host one, just you pay for per month for that one, but www.org you don't pay for that. That is you have to buy your domain name and it's for free, so you got everything for free, plugins for free, and those except you want to just upgrade some plugin like Elementor Pro and other plugins, but there are so lot of plugins that are free, and Elementor as well is a free plugin, though we'll be using Elementor a lot because I really love that page builder. As a page builder, so I will talk more about that, but let's just get our hands dirty with some code here. If you see this our code, do not be confused with this code you see here. These are just basic CSS code. Just want to show you what they do. Like you see this code here now, and these are image code, and these are the HTML codes. And HTML, like HTML, when it comes to HTML is like the building block of a web page. Is what you see, that the building block. Like for example, you're building a form, they are they have the form tags and all that, but we're not going to be talking that today. But I'm just introduced to coding. So we have what we call the form tag and stuff like that, and this is the page for you to separate your paragraph, on like a normal book where you have to separate the paragraph tag. So you can use this tag to separate your work together, and that is for that. And as well, we have the CSS. Why CSS is like a close on your work. Just think like a close, so it beautifies your work. It helps to restructure your work. And what was called JavaScript again, which we will not touch here, PHP as well. JavaScript is like a petrol for your web page, that makes your web page to be more functional. Like for instance, at times if you be on a website, you can click a button, or let me say if you are in an e-commerce website and you just order for product, you don't have to begin immediately on click a product, the price automatically remodify. Those works are done powerfully by JavaScript from the browser, so we will not be touching that, but I just want to show you what I mean by coding. Okay, let's see this code, these things we are seeing here, and let's begin to preview them on the browser, how they will display on a browser. So let's see live and let's see how it will be displayed on a browser. You see this, what we just saw then, and this is how we display on a browser. You see, so that's just how it is. So but we are not going to be coding here, though I have a lot of code which I might want to show you, but time will not permit me. So if you want to take coding course later, we'll say okay, we'll touch more on coding, but today I'm going to be using WordPress. So when we want to get started with WordPress, we have told you before have the types of WordPress website, like the wordpress.org and the wordpress.com. The wordpress.com is just like a hosted website, like just like Wiz and the others, where you can just easily go there, not even need a domain name, and just start building. And it's paid for month, it's charged for month, and it's not even powerful like the free one, which you just pay, which you don't pay for. You just have to upgrade, and that's just how it works. So but we are going to be for you to first get started, you have to understand what are servers, or what are domain name, or what are hosting. That's what you need to understand first. So what is let's take for instance, you have a house. Your house, take your house like as a server, and take your address as what, as a domain name. You have to tell someone the location for the person to come and see you. That's what it's like, a domain name. So if you need a domain name, you need names to introduce to, so you can direct somebody, or let me see what a search engine for instance now, to be able to locate your website on a server, because the server is very large, so you have to have a domain name to be able to do that. So let's take for instance www.facebook, that is Facebook domain name. www.google is Google domain name. Like for me, www.techtutors.epizy.com is my company, my teaching company domain name. So that's for that. Like www.epizy.com is my company, which is the company sponsoring their free training domain name. So talking about domain, so you must first of all think of having a domain before you can start developing a WordPress website. But though you can code a website from scratch like this one here now, but it's not visible to anyone. Nobody can access it because what, it's on a local server. It's just on my local machine. So I have to host this thing online to be able to for other people to be able to access it. Though I can develop a server myself with like XAMPP and others, based server, but your machine, your computer needs to be on 247 to be able to display, because when your computer goes off on those local servers, you just have to your website will go down, so people will not be able to access your website. So but when you have, so what do we do this? So there are companies who help you host your website in their machine, in their servers. So you don't have to build a local file, so you just send your file to them and they then host it for you. So for instance now this code, so if I want to host, I have to register with a hosting company to be able to host it. So and there are lots of hosting company. Now you have to decide which hosting company you want to choose from, and that's another hard kick of it. So that is not much, but we are going to be using a hosting company I will suggest to you, though there are free ones, like people don't know about them, but I really just find out about them, and they are really helping me to really test out some things. You don't need to carry your works to begin to buy hosting from a company and before you start learning. As well, even Google gave us some free tip to be able to learn with a free server as well, and a free domain name and all that. So we are going to be, first of all, you must register a domain name to be able to start a WordPress website for free. You must register a domain. I advise you building your website under a free domain, but it depends solely on you. So we are going to be registering a domain name with a free company, so you can be able to learn with that. So you can be able to, then you can upgrade later as you your skill level start to increase, or you want to dive into blogging solely, or you want to start your website, so you can then upgrade. But we're going to be using this company offer it for free. I will introduce to the company, and I will show you the procedures to be able to sign up and register for this domain name, and then we'll head on to installing WordPress. So just wait for that video, and please share the video, and as well bring other people to the course to be able to learn, bring people to the website. And thank you very much.